Okay, I hope we're back on track here. If not, I'll just have to send you two different videos. Moving to the engine compartment. See the original prop rod, I kept that in place. This is a 355 cubic inch Chevy. It's a 1986 block with earlier cylinder heads on it, the 194 inch valve heads. I have a block hugger header on it. I think it's made by the company Patriot. It has a Holley 600 series 4-barrel vacuum secondaries electric choke carburetor. You might just put aluminum seats in. Seems pretty fine since my 20-mile jaunt this morning. Firewall, a power disc brake booster and master cylinder. This car has manual rack and pinion steering. There shows the battery mount on the firewall, that's original. This car is 17 dress up valve covers, etc. A mechanical 6-blade fan which pushes air through a Griffin aluminum radiator. This car absolutely does not run hot. See it, there's an ignition fused kit back here in case there's any issues that it will throw the fuse instead of catching on fire. High energy ignition, Taylor wires. I recently put new plugs in within the last 2 years. Rack and pinion steering, as you can see the rag joints there. At one time I had to replace the bearing and seal at the bottom of the column, which I took care of. Let's go to the interior of the car. You can see the interior is done in a sand color, vinyl and cloth. Bottom is vinyl, this is cloth. Operating manual window cranks and handles, vent window, done in the same color, Hawaiian blue and white. This is a locking mechanism on both doors which operate. I have an emergency brake pull handle. If you pull it manually, that was original to the car. Dimmer switch, power disc brake pedal, which within the last 2 or 3 years I put a new bushing in because of play. I didn't like it. It is operated by vintage air or vintage heat system. It has a 2-speed, 3-speed motor on it. The dash includes AM/FM CD player, GM tilt column out of a mid-70s GM car. And that's what the whole column and brake system is set up for. Electric wiper switch on the dash. Speedometer, which has been cleaned and recalibrated back to 0 miles. It shows 8,204 miles. Original gauges, which 2 of them work, and then I added 2 aftermarket gauges plus a tachometer under the dash. We will start the car in a minute. Right and left turn signal indicators, which are also your 4-way flashers. This is a lighter. That is a speed motor for the heat controls. Glove compartment, a few decorations in the car. The floor is covered in, of course, this was new sheet metal underneath here. We replaced this because of the transmission tunnel. We replaced all the floors. It is covered in a brown indoor-outdoor type rug with matching floor mats, which have all been bound. The edges have been bound. This is a small compartment underneath here for storage, tools and supplies. I see there's a mark there. Car needs a good cleaning. Seats are covered again in cloth and vinyl. We have beach towels over them for decoration, if you will. Okay, 4-speaker system for the stereo. 2 in the kick panels and 2 in the exterior rear panels. The rear seat is a jump seat, as I told you before. The front seats have seat belts. This rear seat does not. You can see the wheel wells are covered in that same cloth flooring material. This rear seat actually will fold front and fold down for more storage space. I'm hoping, there we go, I'm hoping I'm not messing you up there. I have a little strap here to hold a few lawn chairs when we go out to local cruises. Headliner done in a white vinyl. There are 3 interior lights. I added that light, which is also a matte light. This is the interior mirror, aftermarket, and original interior light. There, it's on. It does not open or operate with the doors open. You have to manually turn them on. Moving to the back of the car, we will open the tailgate. I can show you what has been done there. It's an original hinged tailgate. There was rust repair done to the lower portion of this gate, which was a complete new section welded in. I tried to retain all the wooden floor strips. You see how the floor's been reconfigured because of the narrow rear, but there is sufficient room in there to put whatever items you wish for cruising and or overnight stays, whatever. As you can see, we decorated the interior with some beach items, from a beach ball to a flotation to blanket, umbrella. So that's the overall gist of the car. I'm going to run the car so you can actually hear the sound of the exhaust. It has 2.5-inch exhaust with Walker muffler. Well, the car was cold. It's only about 40 degrees out this morning. Okay. You can see the car idling. Approximately 1,500 RPMs. Fuel gauge shows about a quarter tank of fuel. The amp gauge is showing that it is charging. Those are the 2 gauges I've worked in the dash cluster. You can see it's holding 50 pounds of oil pressure at 1,800 RPMs. The temp gauge is currently at 160 degrees. Yes, the car is cold because it is running on choke. There, I kicked the choke down. Now, hopefully you can hear it. Walker exhaust. It's basically quiet up here in the engine. Okay, Kevin, that's basically all I have to tell you. I hope this works for you, and that's an overview of the Willys. Next move is yours. As I said before, I don't have to sell this car. I'd like to pass this car on to someone that's going to use and enjoy it. Okay, have a good day, and get back with me.